I don't understand this. I don't understand why we've got such a legend of a coach that's hanging on to something so irrelevant, but it's just news that won't go away. Like Vrabel has so many other things to worry about right now based on his Sunday action, and instead he's answering questions about whether or not Belichick is welcome at the Patriots facility. This is just it's got to stop.
I also can't help but laugh at that Mike Vrabel clip. I covered him for 3 years. I feel like I learned and knew Mike Vrabel very well. He simply cannot help himself but answer every single question that he is asked like a total and complete butthead. Every single time. I mean, like Mike Vrabel, I think, that those Patriots players, I think, obviously feel some type of way about Bill. They won a lot of championships under Bill, but also I don't think Bill was very fun to play under. So I think Mike Vrabel likes to kind of push back on the fact that he does come from, the Bill Belichick tree, not the coaching tree, but the Bill Belichick tree. The way Mike Vrabel answers questions is exactly like Bill Belichick. So he is, I think, a lot more like Bill Belichick than he would like to admit. But I digress with that. This whole Bill Belichick Patriots thing, it's so catty. It is so silly. I used to be, a middle school girl once. I was a 12-year-old girl one time. That's exactly how 12-year-old girls interact. She won't let me play with her. She didn't invite me to her bat mitzvah. Like that's how, catty, immature young people talk to each other. You aren't invited to my facilities because I'm not invited to yours. Like, how old are we? And it is so frustrating to me because if Bill Belichick wants to have his own personal vendettas and hold on to grudges for his entire lifetime, fine, that's his prerogative. My problem, Fitz, is that he is actively hurting the North Carolina football program, a program that is paying him very handsomely for his services. He is actively hurting them in the process because he can't get over, whatever beef he and the Patriots have. It's so silly. It is so Real Housewives of Foxborough.
He is the leader of young men. And that's the part of this that just you lead by example. And as I said yesterday, on to Cincinnati can't get past an entire chapter of his life with the New England Patriots. And now he's got to stand up to everybody in front of that, in that locker room, in front of all of them, and tell them, hey, live to see another play, live to see another day. Don't worry about what happened yesterday. All of the coach isms that he gives. How can you do that where you're still sitting here obsessing about your ex? Like this feels like a lonely person that's just stalking their ex's Facebook page, and it makes no sense to me. That's not a way to live if you're Bill Belichick. And at this point, like I can't find any logic behind it at all because he does sound like a child. And that to me is such a hard part of leading in this example. And I don't know what else has to happen. I don't know if Kraft could come out and make a statement about it. He shouldn't have to. But I just think this beef doesn't go anywhere, and it needs to. So, but at some point, they just got to bury the hatchet.
Mhm.
This whole this just the way we work as a society now, and I don't understand it. We're going to sit here and listen to Bill, and then we're going to listen to Vrabel, and then eventually somebody's going to ask Kraft, and then we're going to ask Bill about what Vrabel said because Vrabel needs to know what Kraft said. Like, what are we doing? Just put the grown adults in a room. I don't care. Put a microphone in front of them and end it for everybody. Like if Robert Kraft wants to build a statue for Bill Belichick, then tell the world with Bill Belichick standing next to you. Whatever it takes for adults to act like adults at a table and just air this out so we can stop with this. Well, what do you think of what this person said? Like this is never going to end if they don't sit down like actual grown-ass men and figure it out.
But I do wonder, Fitz, like, does anyone care enough? Like, does anyone care enough about Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick's beef that we are how many years removed from the Patriots' last Super Bowl? And we're still doing this? Like, Bill Belichick has not been in New England for 2+ years now, and we're still doing this? Like, do we really need to hold a press conference for everybody to say, look, we're friends again and we're going to hold hands and ride into the sunset? Because
No,
this is very
but Bill
clear to
makes it.
me that
But
Bill Belichick cannot get over this.
right, that's the thing. Like I don't care if Bill. I don't care if Bill never goes to New England again. Like Foxborough is not really a fun stadium to go hang out in anyway. Like just don't go to Fox. I don't care. Right? I don't care.
It's
But
cold.
every single time it becomes a story. Like Bill made this a story again when he blocks New England scouts and front office employees from coming to the North Carolina facilities, which is unprecedented in college football. Like, this is a story because a grumpy old man has made it a story. And there's no other way to say that. Like, we would all just forget about it and move on if Bill would let us. But what do you do? Like, at this point, it truly is such an argument that's become this public platform because the public facing people involved in it won't just shut up about it. Like, if they would just let it go completely, not a story. If Bill doesn't block the Patriots, we're not talking about it right now.
Yeah. And I take back what I said. I said, who cares? I think North Carolina should care, of all people. In New England, New England is not going to hurt. The Patriots are not going to hurt if Bill Belichick never comes back. I mean, Robert Kraft said, look, we'd love to build a statue for Bill. We'd love to welcome Bill back. We heard Mike Vrabel there say, look, he was the coach here for very many years. Of course he can come back. But I don't think the Patriots fans or the area of New England is going to actively hurt if Bill Belichick doesn't like them. North Carolina, though, however, will actively hurt if Bill Belichick can't get over whatever is concerning him, because he's saying, look, no, New England Patriot scouts are not welcome here. Well, what if a New England Patriot scout? What if this was a few years ago? Because Drake May, the former quarterback at North Carolina, is currently the quarterback of who? The New England Patriots. So what if New England Patriot scouts weren't welcome at North Carolina practice when they were scouting Drake May? Maybe Drake May wouldn't be the third overall pick in that draft. That would actively hurt Drake May and his development, Drake May and his career as a quarterback in the National Football League. What if there are players that could potentially have futures in the NFL as New England Patriots? What if that's the only team that would be willing to give some of these players a shot? Well, now they don't have that shot anymore because Bill Belichick has a grudge that he can't get over, and he's actively hurting his players. He's actively recruiting more players, because why would players want to go somewhere with a head coach that cares more about winning the argument than winning football games? So if anybody should care, it's North Carolina fans. It's North Carolina boosters. It is people in the athletic department at North Carolina that, stuck the neck out for Bill Belichick and said, we think that this should be our guy. We should pay this guy to be our next head coach. And now he's hurting them.
Especially in a couple of weeks when Clemson goes to North Carolina. You're going to block your facilities from everybody then? All right. What's more unwatchable? All right. At this point, is it more unwatchable, Belichick, Kraft, or Mayweather, Tyson? I'm talking old guys fighting. Like, what is more unwatchable? And I think I'll go first here, Caroline. I think it's Tyson and Mayweather, because what we have right now, if you think about Belichick, Kraft, it's just two old men standing across from each other, the whole time. If we get Tyson Mayweather in the ring at this point, it's actual fights. Like, it's actual punches being thrown. Old man punches. Look, I would never say that to Mike Tyson's face. I'm just saying old man fighting.
Yeah, careful.
Like, that'd be more painful to watch. I still remember The Hangover, but still more painful to watch actual slow punches being thrown and slow boxers at this point not be able to get out of the way of slow punches than it is watching silly slap fights between Belichick and Kraft.
See, I disagree. I mean, at least Tyson and Mayweather are actually putting the gloves on and getting in the ring and actually hitting each other. Like, we get to see some actual action here. Like, maybe we need to see Belichick and Kraft in the ring. Put the gloves on. That would be the most interesting thing. An actual physical boxing match between those two that we see on our screen. Because right now, it's just cattiness. Right now, it's just talking behind each other's backs. Like, right now, you're just calling each other fat. Like, that's like what you're doing. Like, you are catty and you are silly and you are talking to each other like you are like middle schoolers. Actually throw some punches, for crying out loud.
Do you know how much money they could raise if they did a boxing event for charity? Belichick v. Kraft for charity? Oh, it would go through the roof. I'd bet. Take my money.
It's going to outdo the Super Bowl.
Oh, God. Some charity somewhere would make absolute incredible money. Okay.